Let us welcome the 9th speaker of the contest, Mr. Sota Todokoro. His speech title is The Power of Small Voices in a Silent Generation. The Power of Small Voices in a Silent Generation. So, Mr. Todokoro, would you come up to stage?
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, distinguished judges, audiences, and fellow speakers. Good afternoon. A few years ago, I started a YouTube channel and uploaded a simple video about Japanese life. Nothing special, just everyday scenes. A crowded train, cherry blossoms in spring, quiet streets after school, simple moments like these. And I didn't expect anyone to care. But a few days later, comments started appearing. From America, from France, from India. They said things like, "I never knew Japan was like this," or "Thank you for showing your world." Now, I have over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and millions of views across platforms. But how did this happen? I was just a teenager with a phone and a cheap camera. Yet somehow, my voice had crossed oceans. This was the first time I realized something. Even a small voice can matter. Even a whisper can slip past borders we didn't know we could cross. But while people abroad were listening to me, I started noticing something strange at home. Here in Japan, my generation, the youth, was going silent. We live in one of the safest, most advanced countries in the world, Japan. We have comfort, stability, and convenience. And yet behind all that, something inside us is fading. Today, over 1.46 million people in Japan live as hikikomori, completely withdrawn from society. That's more than the population of some cities. Among those in their 20s, nearly 1 in 10 say they rarely leave home. When it comes to politics, only 36% of young voters participated in our last national election, one of the lowest rates in the developed world. These aren't just numbers, they're symptoms. We are slowly losing our connection to society and to ourselves. It's as if our generation is disappearing in silence. And in that silence, something even deeper is being lost: our identity. We are forgetting who we are, not as individuals, but as a people. We are living through a transformation unlike anything before. Technology is rewriting how we communicate. Globalization is blurring cultural lines, and artificial intelligence is changing what it means to be human. In the middle of all that change, Japan risks losing its future, not because someone might take it away, but because we might stop defending it. We are the generation standing at the edge of this transformation, and maybe we are the last hope to protect what truly makes us Japanese. Now, the values that shape Japan for generations, respect, humility, community, are fading into the background of a society that now runs on efficiency, competition, and isolation. Our grandparents built this country from ashes. They worked not for themselves, but for the future. They believed in something much larger and greater, in the spirit of togetherness that rebuilt Japan after tragedy. But now, many of us have never felt that kind of connection. We live in comfort, but without purpose. We are connected inside. We are connected online, but disconnected inside. But it's somewhere along the way, silence became easier than expression. Obedience became safer than opinion. And the result is a generation that feels lost, not because it lacks talent or intelligence, but because it no longer knows why it exists. It's easy to blame schools, society, or social media, but I think the problem runs deeper than that. We grew up in a system that valued perfection over curiosity. We were taught how to fit in, not how to stand out. We learn to memorize, not how to question. And the message we quietly absorbed was this: your thoughts don't matter as much as your results. That kind of mindset not only creates silence, it creates emptiness. A life where you can achieve everything, yet still feel nothing. For a long time, I felt this way too. I used to think, why speak? Who would listen? But when I began creating videos about Japan, something shifted. I started speaking, awkwardly, nervously, and people responded, not because I was making the best videos, but because they were real. When someone from a different country wrote, "Your perspective matters," I realized maybe it always had. Through those interactions, I discovered something I had never realized in school: that expression isn't arrogance, it's connection. Ironically, it was through showing Japan to the world that I started to understand Japan myself. The kindness hidden in a bow, the quiet strength in doing your best, the beauty in patience, respect, and harmony. These weren't just traditions, they were the core of who we are, and yet we are the generation standing at the edge of forgetting them. We are completely forgetting who we are. And this, I used to think my videos were just about Japan, but now I realize that they're about something much larger. About reminding my generation that even the smallest voice can protect something worth saving. That even one person can stand up against the silence. That even a whisper, when echoed by others, can rise into something that changes a nation. We are the generation standing between what Japan was and what it will become. And if we can find our voices again, not to shout, but to speak with purpose, then maybe, just maybe, we can guide this country toward a future that is both new and true to who we are. Because in the end, the strength of Japan was never in its silence. It was in the quiet voices that refused to disappear. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Todokoro. Now we will have the question and answer session. Mr. Eboshi, please.
Okay, good afternoon, Todokoro-san.
Hello.
Okay, how do you feel right now?
Nervous, but I think I was able to convey what I wanted to say.
Okay, that's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, my first question. Would you please clarify your main message? Do you simply want younger generation to raise their voices?
Yes, yeah, that's the main point.
All right. So you mentioned that many young people in Japan are becoming silent.
Yes.
So why do you think that this is happening?
I think that, of course, there are factors that we have to consider. For example, the coronavirus, and during that period, many people were disconnected, only connected online. But that combined with like our tradition of being, keeping to ourselves and not showing our opinion too much in a way that like it might be disrespectful, and we are like too subtle in like how we present ourselves or how we express ourselves. So I think that those values combined with like new cultural, new norms like technology and what we have online is what's created this silence.
So what do you think is the first step to breaking that silence?
I think that the first thing that we have to remember is that this society that we live in and the freedom that we have isn't free, that the people of our past generations have worked for this freedom, and that we worked so that we can have this society where we can live comfortably, and that we have to respect that and we have to carry that voice forward.
How can schools and families support young people in finding and using their voices?
I think that in today's education system, we clearly don't have mechanisms to give students the proper mechanisms to have them express themselves well. So I think the first thing would be to give them more opportunities to express themselves and also realize other perspectives and other worlds. Because, for example, in countries like the US or like other countries, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but I believe that the youth is expressing themselves more and they care more about society.
Okay, hopefully the last question. If you could give one message to your generation about the future of Japan, what it would be?
Okay, so we are the generation that grew up with the internet and its conveniences, but at the same time, we have had our struggles. For example, the coronavirus that I have given, but also like with the conveniences comes the downsides of technology. And we have to learn that there is only one real world and there is only one Japan. You might be connected online, but you're not connected in real life. We have to realize that these real life interactions actually matter, and that's what shaped our country to begin with. So we have to remember the core values of this country.
Okay, time is up. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Eboshi and Mr. Todokoro. Now we will have the judging time.